Another significant participant in the programmatic advertising ecosystem is the brand safety verification provider. But what is brand safety? According to the Interactive Advertising Bureau, brand safety is the practice of keeping a brand's reputation safe when it is advertised online. In other words, it is a set of measures that aim to protect the image of advertised brands from negative or inappropriate publisher content that exists in the online world. Given that the programmatic advertising ecosystem is quite open and automated, adverts have greater chances of appearing alongside risky content that doesn't align with the image, values, and messaging of the advertised brand. This situation can easily lead to negative brand perception, and hence less converted customers. According to a recent study, about 70% of the people asked would not recommend or purchase a brand if it's advertised around controversial content. With the increasing adoption of programmatic advertising, brand safety has become a growing concern for advertisers, and its importance has increased. It is estimated that about 10% of programmatic adverts appear next to high or very high risk content. That's 1 in 10 ads. But let's take some examples. Suppose that a programmatic advertiser has created a campaign to target previous website visitors that haven't converted yet. This tactic is known as remarketing. Now, imagine one of those targeted users visits a porn website. The chances are that the brand's advert will appear alongside porn content. To take another example, suppose that a targeted user lands on an article featuring hate speech. Would it be ideal for the advertiser's promotional banner to appear alongside that content? I guess no, because it could easily damage the reputation of the advertised brand. Users might think that the advertiser supports and funds those viewpoints. There are many cases where the adverts of large corporations unintentionally appeared next to controversial content, leading consumers to boycott those corporations. There are many types of unsafe environments in the online world. Most of the advertisers do not show adverts in publisher pages with content that falls under the categories of military conflict, obscenity, drugs, alcohol, tobacco, adult arms, facilitation of illegal activities, crime, death or injury, online piracy, hate speech, terrorism, spam sites, fake news, and controversial subjects. Luckily, advertisers can use a brand safety solution to identify unsafe environments and exclude them from campaign targeting. In other words, a brand safety solution helps advertisers bid only for impressions on safe environments. Brand safety solution providers use sophisticated technology to identify unsafe environments, and they normally provide additional brand risk categories than those I mentioned earlier to meet any advertiser's needs. It's needless to say that if you run programmatic advertising campaigns, I highly recommend that you use this solution. Nowadays, most DSPs have a partnership with at least one brand safety vendor. Therefore, online advertisers can simply select within their DSP the brand safety level for their campaigns. More specifically, advertisers can choose the risk categories they don't want to target. That way, when an impression is considered unsafe, this tool blocks the participation in the auction. When advertisers use a brand safety service through their DSP, they have to pay an extra CPM on top of their media buying cost. That extra cost usually depends on the total number of impressions you would like to deliver per month. In general, it's a few cents per 1,000 delivered impressions. At this point, I think it's worthwhile to mention that the cost of using this solution is so small, and definitely worth the investment. Remember that a company's brand image is priceless, and can be damaged quite easily in the programmatic advertising ecosystem. In terms of which are the most popular brand safety verification providers, those are DoubleVerify, Integral Ad Science, White Ops, FraudLogix, Pixelate and Confiant.